July the 17th. Okay. So you do have a TikTok and you have a Facebook and you have an Instagram.
Mhm. Instagram is my worst platform. That is the side piece ready to break up.
Okay. Well, it's because you have three boyfriends, right? And those three boyfriends are the most incredibly jealous boyfriends that there are, right? So you have Facebook, and Facebook likes to kind of two-time with Instagram, but they're still jealous of each other, even though they're teamed up. But those two with TikTok, forget about it. I mean, they're just not going to, they're they're not going to do anything for you. But the question is, which one do you want to keep? Which boyfriend do you actually want to work with?
So I prefer to stick with like Facebook just because that platform makes more sense for me.
Uh-huh.
What I do is I use TikTok mostly for
Mm-hmm.
recording aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then before I post it on TikTok, I will save the draft,
Uh-huh.
take it over to CapCut,
Mm-hmm.
edit in CapCut, and then distribute amongst the platforms based on different things. Like if it was going to go to Facebook, I would edit the rest of it in Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Same thing with Instagram. I wouldn't do all of the edits in CapCut. That way, the platform doesn't register it as a non-original content.
Correct. So then creating content is not an issue for you.
It's knowing what to say.
Okay. So then if you had something that you could say something every single day, would you have a problem with that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and take care of that right now? So what I'll do is that I'll give you content for 7 days, and you just make a commitment for one video. Because if you take a look at the and I'm looking for my book, the Atomic Habits book, right? The Atomic Habits book is all about making the commitment to do for 5 minutes or the least amount of time. So in creating content, the least amount of content that you can create is one video a day. Now, obviously, you want to do three, but to start with three, when you're having a hard time staying consistent, that's not going to help you.
Right.
So, video number one would be, my gosh, and you're gonna have the recording of this. So, and let me write it. Let me write it down so that I can make sure that I do give you 7. Um, so video number one would be, my gosh, do you struggle with making content? You want to know how many people would say yes?
A
A
lot.
million, at least a million. Right? So that's video number one. That would be tomorrow. My gosh, do you struggle with making content? Well, that's me. And then what we base this on is that I have this form I forget how much I paid, but I paid a few $1,000s to, not directly for just the form. And all of these forms are under resource. And this is just for the people that are my $22 clients. So if you look at this, the ethical persuasion, how to sell and tell your story. If you just look at this, every time you're going to make a video, the hook.
Is that from Masterminds?
It's not for, no, I did another event with them. It wasn't Masterminds. It was something else, but it's available for you.
Okay.
It's available for you.
If it's in the Mastermind, I should have it there as well.
You mean on the $97 program?
Mm-hmm.
I
I paid for the year, but yeah.
I don't know. Oh, you pay for the 997. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I just actually got out of it because it's crazy. But um, so and we can talk about that too. So you do the hook. The hook is all about, just like, my gosh, do you ever struggle with making content? Well, that's me. By the way, I'm Amanda White. Always say your first name and last name. And I'm actually a tech expert because I love tech. I geek out on tech. But I also have courses that I have purchased because I want to make additional income. And I've gone through the courses. So the courses I've used to create additional income by me using the skills that I've learned, because every single course that I have purchased teaches me how to make money by doing what I love and what I'm really good at, which is tech. So if you struggle with content, just let me know in the comments that I'm not the only one. That's it.
Okay.
You're not selling anything. You're just, the first 7 days, you're just going to connect with people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Then the next
I'm
one,
typing it out too.
say that.
I'm typing it out as well.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And I think you can ask for the transcription. I think if somewhere on here, so you don't have to type it, you can actually ask for the transcription, and then you can just take the the transcription, because it'll ask me if you can transcribe it. Somewhere here, like
that.
there you go. Yep.
Haha.
Right. Yeah. Anytime that you're listening to a Zoom, you can always ask for it to be transcribed. It's being transcribed. Okay. So I just gave you the okay. So that's day number 2, right? So does that video sound like something you could do?
Yeah.
Okay. Video number 2, the hook. Oh my gosh. Have you bought a lot of videos? I mean, have you bought a lot of courses? Maybe I'm the only one, but I was talking to this other woman, and she's bought every course out there. And I thought I was the only one. I have bought Roadmap, and then you go through the ones that you want to sell. Not all of the ones that you have bought, right? Just the ones that you want to sell, the ones that we talked about. And so what I realized is that I was kind of like, I don't know how to sell my courses because I have so many and I'm supposed to just stick to one. But then when I talked to this one woman, she made me realize that I have a product suite store. And when I go to Tiffany's, I don't know, girls, if you go to Tiffany's, there's different things that they sell. You know, they sell jewelry, they sell perfume, they sell even pens. So in my product suite store, I realized that I could put all of my products, which I'm the courses that have helped me become the tech expert that I am. And now I'm going to be able to offer them, because now I've learned that I don't have to be dedicated to one course, because one course taught me this, another course taught me that, and then this other course taught me that. So if you're struggling because you have too many courses like I do, just remember there's a lot of us out there that have bought a lot of courses. So if you need any help on how to sell the number of courses that you have bought, I'd be happy to help you. Boom. Right? You're not selling anything, you're just connecting with people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then ask me anything, because the whole point of of today is for you to be able to ask any questions or to bring anything up. So that's day number 2, right? Many courses. So what else would you like? Oh, okay. Have you ever thought that you were just at the end of your rope? That almost makes me want to cry.
Well, don't cry.
Well, that's the video.
Oh.
That's how good you have to be. That's how good you have to be.
That's cute.
I love it, Amanda. You want people to say that. You want people exactly to say that. And that's how you want to put the emotion, right? Even though I'm speaking on your behalf, you want to put it in there. Because if you don't have emotion, you're just saying words.
Right.
Mhm.
And I got to tell you, I used to have a really good job. It was a government job. Oh, it was so good. But there was something in me that it just didn't flow. So I ended up resigning from it. And this year, oh my gosh, it's been a challenging year, because I was used to having all this money. And now I make decent money, but I'm self-employed. And I don't know about you, but it's been tough getting to learn when I've been programmed to depend on an employer to do everything for me. And now that I'm self-employed, my gosh, I just want to give a shout out to my boyfriend and to my mom, because if it wasn't for them, gosh, I don't know how it would be. But if you're having a difficult time out there, just know that there's a few of us out there that are also having a difficult time. Boom. That's it. Right? So now you're connected on the emotional. This is me, right?
Maria, just a sidestep. Did I hear you say that that we shouldn't try to post on all of the platforms? We should pick a couple of boyfriends.
So only keep one boyfriend. So Amanda has a really hard time posting consistently, which means every day. So if you're just starting out and you have a lack of consistency to be able to get it done, then I suggest that you only commit to one boyfriend. You don't want to have other dates or other guys, on the background. You want to just keep to one boyfriend. Now,
Well, what about, oh, I'm sorry. What about when the platforms are shutting down or uh, what are they blocking you or whatever happens? I was hearing before that we should always have at least two.
so you always want to have two accounts on the platform that you're in, and then on another platform. She already has that. What I'm
Oh,
suggesting is that for her, because of the situation that she's in, she wants to be dedicated to one boyfriend.
okay.
But she's actually going to be doing two platforms because she's automatically recording on TikTok. So automatically she's gonna be, but her attention, she's gonna talk to TikTok boyfriend. She's gonna say, "Hi, how are you? Yes, we're friends. I'm gonna go ahead and use your recording studio, but we're just friends." And then she's gonna go have a hot date with Facebook.
Okay. Okay.
Right? But when it comes to your question, yes, we should all be in one main platform and then another backup platform that you would like to be a part of. So you don't want to be like, for me, I wouldn't want to be on Instagram and then also on what's the yellow one?
Snapchat.
Snapchat, right? I mean, I am on Snapchat, but just for filters. That's it. But that's not a place for me because I don't really. It's not where my heart is. But for someone like me, that I do this for a living, that I depend on this for for my livelihood, then yes, like once you hone in on one platform, then you also want to repurpose to the other, just like Amanda was saying. But right now, for her to repurpose at this moment, it would make her crash.
Okay.
It would make her crash because her brain just needs to have a win. Right.
Okay.
The reason she's really good at tech is because it has a beginning and an end and a reward.
Okay. Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Because I know we were initially trying to figure out how to get monetized or what have you on YouTube. And I'm like, man, it just seemed like I was spreading myself thin. Like,
well, that's when you have a lot of help, so what you're referring to, that particular human has a staff, has experts, and already had hundreds of people building her YouTube channel. Mel also knows what I'm talking about. So it's different for different people. But like for someone like me and someone like you, April, you would want to repurpose your content and push it over to, so like my content goes from Instagram from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook. I'm very slowly moving to YouTube, but that's one place that is like, that's the long game, and that's definitely where you want to go. But now the other thing that I've added is X. So every day I'm committed to Xing, because when you post on X, you're searchable on the internet. And Xing, when you post something on Xing, you have a small amount of characters that helps you think more effectively.
who's X?
Twitter, formerly known as Twitter.
Oh, Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Threads is also going up in popularity as well.
What's that, Amanda?
Threads for Instagram.
Yeah, threads as well.
Yeah, I just was I think I just downloaded something from Lipo and she was talking about Threads.
Threads is easy because Threads, if you want to connect with people that are big deals, then on Threads, because they're not a big deal yet, you can actually connect and you can be their shining star. So if you want to, let's say that you wanted to be besties with, who do you admire that you would like to be besties with?
I don't, nobody for me, but what one of the things that the person did say is you can utilize it for to do your content, like because you hear the questions and the complaints, and so you can kind of use that to taper your content around.
Absolutely.
So
So
I
the
thought that was good, but I didn't download the app or anything like that. But
well, it's a freebie, and it's like a really easy freebie. It's very stagnant right now still. But when like I'm gonna tell you something, for example, I don't I don't adore Russell Brunson, but Russell Brunson is a significant person. You know who
Mhm.
Russell Brunson is, right?
Mhm.
Okay. In TikTok, he's nobody. So it's crickets for him. Well, when I comment on his TikTok post, I get responses from him. It may be him or not him, but I still get responses, right?
Mhm.
So when you go to platforms, you can be seen more because the creators, the big shots are going to be responding to you on that platform because they're working on attracting more people.
Right, right. I understand. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
those are great questions. So yes, so just for everyone listening, if you're in Amanda's shoes, then you want to just stick to just one platform. And yes, April is also correct. You want to have a backup platform. You want to have a backup boyfriend. So you want to have like a guy that you're friends with or a girl that you're friends with that is a totally platonic, because that way, if your current steady boyfriend, exclusive boyfriend breaks up, then you have someone else to run to. That just as a side note. Okay, so we're day number 3. Are you good so far, Amanda?
Mhm.
Okay, so day number 4. Normally everybody has the main pillar that they work out of. So like the main thing that I do is help people make money online. But inside of making money online, I have faith, I have sobriety, I have singlehood, and then I have carnivore. Those are some of the pillars that I talk about. So in the pillars that you talk about, the main pillar that you are is what? What is your main pillar? So like, for instance, Alex Hermosi is about business. Like he is all about business. If you look at Russell Brunson, he's all about funnels. That is his main pillar. But in addition to his pillar on uh funnels, is his wife, his kids. Now he has that other program with Think and Grow Rich. So what would be your main pillar that everything revolves around?
Me,
What's
technically.
that?
Me, technically.
Right, but what about you? You're a human, and what about you is the main thing. So is it tech? What is it that what is the purpose of your content, in other words? It's not just because we're all us, right? So what is the purpose of your content? Why should you bother to do anything?
Make money online.
Okay, so there's the make money online, MMO.
Yeah.
So if the main purpose of everything that you do is to make money online, then you don't want to if the main purpose of that, then everything that you talk about needs to be relatable back to making money online. So even when I'm talking about my sobriety, I talk about, man, am I glad that I'm sober? Because otherwise I would show up, kind of tipsy or overserved if I was making videos. Right?
Singing the
So
national anthem like the other girl the other day.
what now?
It was the girl. Did you see her? She
No.
was drunk and she sang the national anthem. It was crazy. It was a country singer.
Oh my God. And she was just drunk?
She was drunk. She so funny.
Uh-oh.
We were
It's
like, huh? It
yeah,
could have been old, but at any rate, it was one of those. But so Maria, were you finished with the pillars with that, Amanda?
not yet, but go ahead. Give her
I was gonna
something.
say part of that too is having those pillars visible so that you could kind of keep referring back to them to stay on track. Because
Mhm.
if you are
You mean like having like a sticky that reminds you what your pillars are?
yeah, pillar, poster, whatever, but because asking that question, then I said, oh, wait a minute, I wrote those down a while ago. What did I do with those? You know, in my own brain right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Well, I mean, for you, automatically, one of them is health. The other one is
right,
fitness.
right. But when you're trying to create content like she's asking about, is you have to remember what your purpose is, like how you're trying to bring all this together
Mm-hmm.
to build your picture.
Well, and that's one of the things that is beautiful that I love about UBC and Roadmap, since both of you have the secret sauce, is that both UBC and Roadmap were really deep on focusing on your and Amanda, you have Roadmap, right?
I
Yeah.
just don't have UBC.
So, you have UBC also?
Mm-mm.
Okay, but Roadmap goes really deep on your mission and your vision, and really honoring yourself, not the product that you're selling. So I would say that another one is Mr. Zeus. Is that right? Is that how you?
This is Milana, actually.
Oh,
She was chewing on the chair, so I had to pick her up.
how many dogs do you have?
I have 4.
Okay, so definitely one of your pillars should be dogs. If you have a dog, if you have 4 dogs on an RV, then that should definitely be one of your pillars, because people love pets. They just go crazy for pets. So would that be okay with you having your dogs as your pillars?
Oh yeah, and I've been using them a little bit more in my content lately. But like when I first started, like how I told you with my first mentor, one of the pieces of advice that she gave me, and this is really bad advice, so please do not take it as advice to you guys.
Okay, so everybody listening, remember that what Amanda said, she's sharing, not saying that you should do this.
Yes, thank you. She told me that I should not put my dogs in my videos.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the most. Okay,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So
Because
if you have a child or a pet, you must put them in. I mean, like, I don't have any of those, so I don't even have a plant.
Yeah, when I first started my content, like I was doing really good with it. This was back when TikTok allowed you to put clips, like the GIFs inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would share like a clip of my dogs, me, and then like do a GIF of some kind. And they were really good. I really liked them. And her first response to me was, don't put your dogs in your content.
Yeah, so there's gonna be things that I say that maybe not be good for whomever's listening, right? So that you always have to use your own discernment to see if it makes sense. So your main pillar, everything that you do revolves around you making money online. So your second pillar would be your dogs. My other suggestion would be RV living. RV living. Would you agree with that?
Can we put that like on a back burner?
Yeah, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and
because like I'm still coping with the idea of living in an RV. Not that it's horrible, but growing up, I was raised for it to think like it was bad. And
well, in the old days was bad. Now there's like a whole
Yeah.
Go ahead, April.
It's a good thing. Like, it's a cool thing.
It's a movement.
Yeah, I did have like the white trash kind of,
Yes, that's how I was raised to think of it.
Yeah, but not anymore. Everybody and their mother want an RV to go, small house and little tiny house and everything else. So everything is relevant, Amanda. You just got to really change your mind about it and not take it as a down and that it's going up, right? Because it's a good thing, and so many people are interested in it, so it's a good.
Oh, Mel wants to do that. Are you serious?
Oh yeah, I want to do it. I want to disappear for a year.
What?
Yeah,
I want to live in an RV for a year.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Amanda, there are so many people,
yeah,
of all ages.
The thing is with the content, Amanda, it could be as you sitting out in front of your camper or whatever, your RV, and just doing a sunset picture and, where you may have your back turned to it and just looking at it or something like that, people are going to be, oh my God, where are you at? Where are you camping at? I think you're going to get a lot of views and interest from that. So I would definitely not be ashamed of that. It doesn't have that same stigma that it used to.
Mhm.
For
And
sure.
it is something like I'm coming to terms with.
It's a mind shift, Amanda,
Yeah.
but it does take time. So play with what's comfortable for you right now, because we got to deal with the step that we just got to get you to making content first, right?
Mhm.
But
Right.
do have in what April is saying, that in the background of your mind, maybe make videos when you feel that you can. Don't post them until you're ready. But if you get a nudge like, this is a really good RV living, right? Like, oh my gosh, I can watch the stars, that's
Mhm.
something that a lot of us don't get.
There's a
Mhm.
couple that I've done. Like last summer, I had to switch out my sewer hose. And so I did actually a video like of that, kind of like me at the store buying one. And then, yeah. And then I did one over the winter right before we got hit with snow.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up and it was literally 48 degrees in here. This is why I don't recommend it for winter, because God forbid you run out of propane in the middle of the night.
Well, you could always come to California, because you can always drive. You're not a tree.
Hop, skip, and a jump away from California.
Well, I just realized I only have 6 minutes left. So let's talk about the pillars. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a video for just the content for so that I can finish off the 7 days. So these are my suggestions for your content, just because of our talk. What I would do is everything has to revolve around making money online. Everything. Your dogs has to be everything you talk about has to be not in a salesy way, not in a cringy way, not in not selling anything, but just everything is in that topic. Next, you want to have, like April said, you want to have things on purpose, meaning that it goes back to making money online. The next is that because you are so naturally good at tech, I would really talk about tech, because there's so many of us that are not gifted like you.
Mhm.
April is one of them. So one of the things that I would talk about is really talk about tech, because the bigger you become on tech, the more known that you become on tech, the more that you can charge for the people that come later. Does that make sense? Then I would also talk about the courses that you want to promote. You want to stick to Renegade, DBA, and Roadmap. And like I said with you yesterday, Roadmap is on a massive swing. We have only less than 30 days left to promote, right? And you wanna talk about the FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's not that we're saying it, is that it will happen. Once it's gone, it's gone. Then I would also talk about walking away from your job, right? Walking away from being an employee mentality. That is massive, Amanda, like massive. So that would be another one of your pillars, because there's most of us have been programmed to be of an employee mentality, that if we're not an employee, we're missing out, right? So I would talk about that pillar. And then lastly, I would talk about something that you do for fun. Like for me, I love going to the beach and hiking. That's like my, and going out with my girlfriends. Like we go out just to go out, just to be, girls' night out. So I'm either going out to the beach, I'm either hiking, and I'm like, the beach is on the side of the hike. I literally go over here. So I would focus on those pillars for you. What do you do for fun?
Play video games.
Okay, so that's another massive one, right? So if you play video games, there's a whole community of people that you would be able to attract, a whole community of people. And guess what they would love to do?
Make money online.
Yes, they would love to be able to play
There's
games
a whole
24/7 and make money. Go ahead.
There's a whole affiliate marketing strategy I've got planned out. It's just although I'm good at gaming or playing video games, I'm not streaming good type. And so I was trying to get my brother to do it because that's what he was doing on YouTube for a while. And he started doing this he stopped doing this right when I started.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's focus on putting the mask on you first, right? Before you want to rescue anybody else, let's have you in, just for the sake of time. I'm gonna finish your videos with this top. Are you okay with those topics except for the RV one?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll finish the videos that I promise you, and then all you have to do is commit to doing short videos. And it could be just a video of you sitting with your dogs, you not talking, and then putting a trending sound. That's it. Some of my most viewed post on Instagram is sending my exing tweets over to Instagram. So what I did is that I took my ex post, and then I made it to where it would be Instagram friendly, and those are the ones that get like a few thousand.
Wow.
And it just works, and it has a trending sound. That's it. So it's amazing what's gonna hit, and it's remarkable. So I'll commit to finishing that for you tonight. Any last minute question? Oh well, no, I don't have, well, any quick questions that I could answer for any of you?
No, I'm good. I just gotta start doing content and getting posted. I'm just at the last lesson on UBC. I haven't
Mhm.
really started roadmap, but I need to start posting so I can start making my money.
You know what I would do, April, with you? I would just simply, because you're good on Facebook. What I would do is that I would literally just start posting words post.
Okay.
And
And
I
then
have
you do a
lots
lot of reels. So you do reels as opposed to post, or?
I do both. I do reels, I do videos, I do posts, I do
Stories.
yes.
And
What
and
is it?
just really quick, can you post the same, do the same post for reels and all of the other video and all of that on Facebook? Can you do the same post? Okay, so you don't get dinged for that.
No.
Okay.
But now you do have, I mean, if I'm repurposing a TikTok, then I do have to make it to where I get rid of the watermark and then I repost it.
Right, but just on Facebook itself, I don't need to do that. I can still make it a reel, make it a video,
Right,
the
exactly.
same post. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're just sticking in there, then my 7 o'clock just came in. So, okay, bye everybody.
Okay, sweet. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
It'll be an interesting event tonight. So I'll keep you guys posted. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye everybody. Bye, Mr. Mel.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? I
I'm
haven't
good.
seen you in, are you alive?
Yeah, I got actually something I got to file by midnight tonight, so it's been like kind of crazy. So,
You're still
But,
filing stuff?
what?
Are you still filing stuff?
Filing stuff.